Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that can be a bit tricky for English learners, phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are a combination of a main verb and one or more particles, and they can change the meaning of the main verb. For example, break down means to stop working or functioning, while look up means to search for information. These can be difficult to understand and use, but don't worry. With some practice, you'll get the hang of it. In this vlog, I'll be going over some common phrasal verbs and giving you examples of how to use them in sentences. So let's get started. Look forward to means to await or anticipate with pleasure. For example, I am looking forward to my birthday. It's in 2 days' time. Look up to means to admire. For example, I always looked up to my father. He was a great man. Make fun of means to laugh at or make jokes about. For example, it's not nice to make fun of people in wheelchairs. Make up meaning to invest or also means excuse or story. For example, that's a good excuse. Did you make it up yourself? Mix up to mistake one thing or person for another. For example, she had so many cats that she kept mixing up their names. Move in to arrive in a new home or office. For example, did you hear our new neighbors are moving in this afternoon? Move out to leave your home or office for another one. For example, when are you moving out? We need your office for the new guy. Nod off to fall asleep. For example, you were so tired after the game that you nodded off on the couch. Own up to admit or confess something. For example, come on, own up, we know you did it. Pass away to die. For example, your grandfather passed away peacefully in his sleep last night. Pass out to faint. For example, he didn't drink enough water, so he passed out at the end of the race. Pay back to reimburse. For example, I'll pay you back as soon as I get the loan. Put off to postpone or arrange a later date. For example, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Put on to turn on or switch on. For example, it's very dark in here. Please put on the light on. Put out to extinguish. For example, the firefighters were able to put out the fire in 10 minutes. Put up to accommodate or give somebody a bed. For example, I can put you up until the weekend, but then I'm going away. Pick up to collect somebody. For example, I'll pick you up at around 7 to take you to the airport. Point out to indicate or direct attention to something. For example, as I already pointed out, there was a mistake in your calculation. Rely on means to count on or depend on or to trust. For example, you can rely on me, I always arrive on time. Rule out to eliminate. For example, since he had a sound alibi, the police ruled him out as a suspect. Run away to escape from a place or suddenly leave. For example, he ran away from home and joined the circus. Run into to meet by accident or unexpectedly, also bump into. For example, I'm so glad I ran into you. I need to ask you something. Run out of, to have no more of something. For example, we've run out of milk. I'll just pop next door to borrow some. Set off, to start a journey. For example, let's set off early to miss the rush hour traffic. Set up, to start a business. For example, they set up their own company when they were still in high school. Shop around, to compare prices. For example, don't buy that. Let's shop around and see if we can find something cheaper. Show off, to brag or want to be admired. For example, he's such a show off. He has to tell everybody about his new computer. Show up, to appear or arrive. For example, I don't think he'll show up tonight. Her daughter is sick. Shut up, to be silent or stop talking. For example, shut up, you're spoiling the movie. Sit down, to take a seat. For example, I think you should sit down. It's bad news. Stand up, to rise from a sitting position. For example, the whole stadium stood up for the national anthem. Stick up for, to defend. For example, my big brother always stuck up for me when I got into a fight. Take after, to resemble in appearance or character. For example, Angie really takes after her grandmother. Take care of, to look after. For example, please take care of my cat when I'm away. Take off, to leave the ground. For example, the plane will take off as soon as the fog lifts. Take on, to hire or engage staff. For example, I hear they are taking on extra staff for this event. Take out, to remove or extract. For example, please take out your mobile phones and turn them off. Tell off, to reprimand or criticize severely. For example, the coach told her off for not trying hard enough. Think over, to consider. For example, take your time and think it over before you decide. Try on, to wear something to see if it suits or fits. For example, go ahead, try it on and see if it fits. Turn down, to refuse. For example, I asked her out, but she turned me down flat. Use up, to finish a product so that there's none left. For example, your parents used up all the coffee. Watch out, to be careful. For example, watch out, there's a dog in the road. Wear out, to become unusable. For example, Julie wore out her shoes running the marathons. It also means to become very tired. For example, Julie was worn out after all the running. Workout means to do physical exercise. For example, you should work out twice a week at the gym. It also means to find a solution or calculate something. For example, can you work this out? I'm no good at maths. Wipe off, to clean. For example, I'll wash up if you wipe off the table. Thank you. I hope you found this video helpful in understanding and using phrasal verbs. Remember that practice makes a man perfect, so make sure to incorporate these phrasal verbs into your speaking and writing as much as possible. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more English language tips and tricks. And if you have any questions or would like to see a specific topic covered in a future video, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe and take care. Bye.